Hey, babe, where are we going today?
God, we've been so many places. Texarkana, Texas, to the
Red River Army Depot.
yeah, because we're going to Redstone or
Elliott,
going around. Oh my God.
Elliott Lake Recreation Area. It was a recommendation from Jerry and Shirley, some good friends of ours from
Hi.
Yuma.
Yeah, and we got there, and it was exactly what they said it was going to be.
So, baby, today we're going to talk a little bit about our most recent
What?
our most recent camping at the Red River Army Depot, Elliott Lake Recreation Area in Texarkana, Texas. Did you like it?
Oh, it's beautiful. You ought to see it. We were on a peninsula, and I don't know what it was, but it was like God opened up that spot for us, and we just went right on in
It was
there.
definitely the best spot on the park. That was a perfect recommendation. It was right there where we needed to be, getting started, our first start.
Did you ever stay in number 34, Jerry?
It was really good. I mean, the recreation center itself was pretty well maintained. There's 2 different campsites there. The strange part about it was it takes like 20 minutes to get there from the front gate. It's easy going through the front gate. You do have to check in, and you do have to show your registration, insurance, and you got to have a current ID card. I had to get a new ID card because mine was like 5 years old, and it still had my social.
Yeah, and they don't want your social on it
anymore. They will not let you
in
in with it. So
that's really
cool.
good, because that's just safety for us.
But it's right there where the registration.
I mean, you walk like 5 steps over, and there you are.
You're in there and getting your
you,
ID card. So that
and
was
it's like
cool.
not ever busy. So you're like, do I need to wait in line? No, come on.
Actually, the lady walked over and says, "Hey, this guy named Chris is coming over to get your ID." And I got over there. She just came back from break outside, walked right in, sat down, and
hi, Chris.
I was done in about 10 minutes. I thought, this is pretty cool.
And then I was in there talking to the other girls in the other one, and they were like, "Oh gosh, she can't stop talking," you know. But yeah,
But once we got in the gate, it's about 7 miles. Absolutely cool riding into the gate. That was pretty neat, seeing all the different military vehicles. It's a depot, so they bring all old vehicles there, trailers and tanks and
strikers,
anything you could think of. They bring them in there to get them restored.
Yeah.
So they basically
fuel tanks
and some fuel tanks.
Yeah, because we saw one
Fuel
restored.
tankers. Yeah, they're doing some. They're absolutely beautiful when they get done. So it's about 7 miles. Takes forever, seems like. But there's some really cool roads. I did some bike riding on it. You'll see. I'll show you some roads. But they're really whoop-de-doos rollers, and you can really get to going pretty good on the bike. So
I went to the left and did the straight one.
Getting into the campground itself, once you get there, they've got the recreation office there. There's three different RV park areas. There's one where we were at called Lookout Beach. That's the first one before you get to the rec area. Then the Beach of the Pines, I think is the name of it. And then there's one little grassy area off to the side. But where we were, it was all back inside. So there was a couple of pull-throughs, but looked like those were permanent party guys, long term.
And you know what I think was really cool about it is the site we had is
the squirrel.
The squirrel right there. But there was the site that we were in was, like what Chris said, the best site there. But they have limited that to a 14-day stay. So all these long-term people that are there, there's a lot of long-term people there. They cannot use these sites anymore. And there's another site to the left.
As we go in.
To the left of it, or right of it. It's another really nice spot. And they said as soon as that guy leaves, they're going to make that one 14 days
He's been there for a while. Once he moves, it's a really nice pull-through site, or pull-in site.
Oh,
but it's got a pull
different,
through,
way different, because you're way back there away from everybody. Yeah.
But ours was perfect. It was like, I don't know, probably 80 feet by 60 feet, solid concrete. The only thing that was a little bit of a challenge on our site is the electric and water were way back there. We had to use my whole 50-foot electrical cord, and we had to use the extra water hose to
I
get
didn't
to
know
the
anything
water.
about that. I do the inside.
The sewer was okay. The site itself was absolutely gorgeous, right on the end of a peninsula. You can see that in the video, but it was pretty. At the site, they also have all kinds of amenities. The guys were the nicest people there.
Yeah, because,
At the rec area.
well, when we first pulled in there, you could go find your spot and then go drop it off and then go up to the place to check in.
Right, the recreation office to check in.
And if you got America Beautiful pass, either the access or the
Either one.
Yeah.
Any of the American, they didn't specify whether you were the access pass or the over 62 pass.
Yeah.
You got the
you
discount.
yeah.
That
It
was pretty cool.
It was half price, I think.
Yeah, it
wasn't
was half price.
It was
ended
really
up being
good.
like, I think it was $10 or
$12 a day or something.
But we
It was
stayed
so
11 days
pretty.
and it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Of course, it rained almost every day on us, so
And it all drains off. It was awesome.
it was pretty
Yeah.
nice. The recreation office is the second entrance. When you go down there, it's
Mm-hmm.
past the first one, which was the one we were at, the Lookout Beach. And when you go down to the recreation office, you can see, when you check in, you'll see a playground. They also have a couple fishing piers and tons of cabins. They have a recreation area that you can rent. They have
Big party room.
They
And,
have, yeah, a big party room, a
meeting room.
humongous deck on it.
yeah.
They've got a bunch of cabins. You can go rent cabins.
Oh, didn't they have a place where you could skin your animals once you
Yes,
killed
they
them?
have.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
bones
still
everywhere.
active,
Ah,
but
yeah.
they have a like a drying area. It's kind of weird.
I went, okay.
I never
Let's just
seen
step
that.
back away from that.
But they rented a lot of stuff too. They rented bicycles. They rented fishing
Kayaks,
equipment,
yeah, all that.
kayaks. They rented one-man bass boats, like the little Bass Buddy. They rented big bass boats. They rented, or bigger ones.
Party barge.
They rented party barges.
But that lake is smooth and pretty. And
We didn't get on it
There's
because it
hardly-
rained most of the
yeah.
time, but we wanted to get on it. We just
But you
never
know
did.
what? Because we're
Next
full-time
time we
RVers, we'll go back again.
You do have to be military to get on the base or a contractor. They did allow people that were working on the base, contractors, to live there, so there were several of those. But
And they were fishing every day down at the fishing pond thing,
Yeah.
the little ramp
They did a
right
lot
over
of
beside us
fishing.
every day.
and they also had, it wasn't operational right now, but on the other side where at the main area, not Lookout Beach, but the other area, we were at Lookout Beach, but the other area, Beach of the Pines, if you go down there across the road on the other side where it loops back, by the recreation area, they got this really cool bridge. It's goes over to the other cabins, and they have a humongous water park over there for the kids.
Yeah, it's a splash park. It's
Splash park.
yeah.
It wasn't operational. They were changing out the pump when we were there, but they said it'll be up and running pretty quick.
But it's splash. It's one of those where it gets about that deep, and it's got all those things splashing on you and
Opening
stuff.
up, it's perfect
And
for the kids.
It's
and
perfect.
hot
Well,
days.
or us, we could stick our chairs out there and just sit there. Yeah, we could do that.
But that was it. I mean, that was our time there. We had a great time at the recreation area. We did get to do a little bit in Texarkana. You saw in the previous video.
Yeah, see,
Couple
because
brew
not only
pubs.
do you have a good campsite, you got good brew pubs too. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, and
Plus,
it worked out real
plus.
well.
Yep.
I would give it a thumbs up. If you're needing something in Texarkana, it's something I would consider going back to.
Yes.
If you can get spot 34 for 14 days, snag it
Get
up.
it. Yes.
We never had any power losses. The water pressure was good, and sewer worked, and it actually screwed in. It was low enough that you could screw it in, so you didn't have any problems with draining and flushing the tanks, and it was worked out
It was
perfect.
awesome. It was just
So-
awesome. And I think that's if you're going through Texarkana and you're going to camp somewhere around there, that's a must.
If
Just
you're
go
in the
do it.
military, that's the place to be. Even if you got one of the other sites. You know, one of the things about the other sites over there by the recreation area that I thought was kind of weird, they're big, giant, long, 100, 125 feet pull-through sites, but they were back ends. If you were the first one there, you could pull through, but then the next guy had to back in. So
Oh,
you
they
were,
butted up to each other.
they were backed into each other.
Yeah.
So
Ooh,
that,
no, I
I've
don't
never
wanna do
seen
that.
that.
I don't want to do that.
That was a little bit close, but they did have totally treed area. It was fully treed. It was absolutely beautiful coverage over it. Good bike riding, nice hills, and you can go a long ways for never get off the base. There's roads everywhere. So.
Look how pretty it is here.
That may be it.
It is beautiful. We're on a peninsula, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. See? And then there's somebody down here on the dock fishing. Somebody that came down here,
I don't have enough view.
put a kayak out there and took off on it and went fishing. Very pretty here. See? And then if you look over here, it's just beautiful. And it's all that down there is lily pads. It's beautiful.
That's a wrap. That's what we got for today. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hit the bell for reminders, and give us a comment if you've ever been there, what you thought of it, and other ones that you're going. We're heading
Jerry,
different places.
tell them what you thought about it.
It was a really nice place. We look forward to seeing you down the road again, and
Come run away with us.
see you later.
Bye.
So the
I didn't know what you were doing. Let's just try it.